breaking news we first told you about on clickondetroit.com. The bodies of 11 infants discovered inside a shut-down funeral home on Detroit's east side. The remains were found after an anonymous tip was sent to state regulators this afternoon.
When they searched the building, they found the bodies of 11 infants hidden inside the ceiling. The discovery was made at the site of the old Cantrell funeral home on Mack Avenue. Jermont Terry is live on the scene there inside the funeral home. And Jermont, this is the same funeral home that was shut down in April for deplorable conditions.
You're correct, Kimberly. Cantrell Funeral Home shut down 6 months ago for improperly storing bodies, not to mention the filthy conditions that the state said was inside. The new owners of this facility, they have allowed us inside because investigators, they just left the scene. But what investigators found, and I should say where they found it, is really just alarming. We're going to take our cameras and show you. Police say it was up this ladder, if we pan our camera up, and in that ceiling is where they made the gruesome discovery of those 11 infants. The dumpster outside the former Cantrell funeral home is where trash goes. But Detroit police say the remains of 11 infants were treated just like garbage when their bodies were stuffed, hidden in the ceiling.
9 infants were boxed together in a plain cardboard box. 2 were in a casket. Simple as that. It's just very disheartening right now.
Disheartening and downright disturbing. Detroit police now say an anonymous tip to the state brought investigators here. The building, which operated as a funeral home on East Mack for decades, was in the process of getting renovated into a community center. The new owners opened the door for investigators, and that's when they searched the hidden compartments in the ceiling, making the gruesome discovery.
Some bodies had a tag on them referring back to 2009. Some bodies had receipts on them as if the person or family didn't finish paying.
Back in April, when the state shut down Cantrell for deplorable conditions and leaving bodies in garages, the owner, Raymond Cantrell, admitted to it.
Were you in fact storing bodies in the garage?
Yes, so that we wouldn't have an aroma filling up the funeral home.
But Friday night, over the phone, Mr. Cantrell told me, did you order, or did any of your staff members, were they ordered to hide bodies?
My staff?
Yes.
No, sir.
Cantrell took over the family-run business in 2000.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now, this video right here comes out of Michigan by way of Detroit. Big shout out to all my people in D-Town, holding it down. I know it's cold as hell there right now, but we got another cold situation, a cold-ass story. And I know a lot of you all been requesting this story for a while, but I just want to kind of like wait until the smoke clears, but like it's not clearing because they are preparing to do a full investigation, which I don't understand. I mean, have you already not been investigating? It's strange how you can send in all these detectives, find all these infants and everything, and one full-term baby. I don't understand that part. So it's like a lot of hidden negligence was going on inside this funeral home. Now, I don't know if they was like reselling the coffins and storing the bodies up in the attic or whatnot, or behind these walls or whatever they was doing. But at the same time, I'm sure that they was charging these families, these people, for properly, taken care of. I don't want to use the word disposing because we are talking about people. You dispose of trash, but taking care of their loved ones, if you know what I mean. Whether the infant was a premature baby and died, or whether it was a stillborn baby that kind of died. But you had one full-term baby, and they haven't explained yet how that baby was dead. But how can you leave all of these bodies inside of a damn ceiling in a damn funeral home? And I mean, damn, now I see why they made the movies Tales from the Hood Part 1 when they showed old boy Samson from Half Baked was working in a damn funeral home. There's some strange things go on in a funeral home. I hate going into a damn funeral home. But at the same time, how in the hell could these people and also the owner stand there and say that we have bodies outside in the garage? We had shit. If that's the case, I go bury my own people. If that's the case, I think that's what we should do in a damn way. Learn certain things, go buy a casket, and we'll go bury it ourselves. You feel me? We go bury him or her ourselves, say our prayers or whatnot, and just get a good preacher, because hell, it don't matter how good the burial is. If you got a preacher that full of crap like Mr. Frederick Spearfields, the hustling pastor out of Memphis, Tennessee, your loved one in a hell of a surprise, if you know what I mean. I'm going to read a snippet from this story. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to give my opinion. Surely, as we go, task force prepares to investigate Detroit funeral home after fetuses were discovered in the ceiling. A police task force is preparing to investigate a Detroit funeral home where 36, yes, 36 fetuses were found in boxes and 27 others in freezers. The city's police chief said Thursday. You mean to tell me you have 63 bodies up in this damn place and only a few have been identified? So did they get paid for these services or whatnot? Was it coffins issued to these people? Because I'm sure that these people wanted, the infants, the fetuses, taken care of properly. So did they get paid from this? This is what I'm trying to see. Chief James Craig told reporters at a news conference that the task force will include his officers, state police, and the FBI. It's like that's what you should have did when you first heard the damn story. On Monday, the task force will start looking into operations at the Perry Funeral Home where the fetuses were found last week. Meanwhile, Detroit police are continuing its probe into the defunct Cantrell, and that one right there just take the damn case, the cake right there, Cantrell Funeral Home, after remains of 10 fetuses and one stillborn infant were found beneath insulation in a ceiling. So that means somebody had to put them there. But at the same time, it's bad enough putting them there, but why leave them there? Like what the hell is going on with that? Did you forget, or did you just not care, or did you just think that nobody would never find it? You had to be on the latter end. Just didn't give a damn. Some people just do not care. Both investigations could focus on improper storage of remains and fraud. I believe it was basically fraud, because if they have charged some people for these fetuses or whatnot, that's why you all need to check and make sure for those who live in that area, or if you know somebody that used Perry Funeral Home or Cantrell Funeral Home, you should get in contact with them and have them to do some research, some legal work, if you know what I mean. Go and check and see if you paid for services and if the services was rendered, and also if they actually made a plot out, which mean they so-called allegedly buried the body. Because how can they bury the body if the damn fetus is still in the damn ceiling? That's what I want to know. The remains of 6 of those fetuses have been identified through tags attached to the remains or bags they were stored in. The information led police to relatives, and investigators have spoken to parents connected to 3 of the fetuses, Craig said. Now think about this. What if some years later, you done had a complicated pregnancy, your baby died or whatnot, whatever way it died, it's so many that you can't name. And, that was tragic enough, hard enough going through that. You go to a funeral home, you in sorrow, you in pain, trusting them to take care of your loved one, because it still come from you. Whether it talked to you or not, whether it shook your hand or not, whatever, growed up, that's still a part of you. You should feel some kind of emotional connection to that. But just think how devastating, how you would feel years later if a police come knocking at your door, and hopefully you ain't in trouble for nothing and shit. You feel me? But anyway, just think how you would feel if they come knocking at your door, only to relay this information to you that what you thought wasn't true, that your child actually never got buried, cremated, or whatnot, never got sent, because some people donate the bodies to schools and stuff, colleges, for science research or medical use or whatnot, experiments, that too. But just to tell you that your child was never buried and found in the ceiling, and here is the child in a bag. Imagine how heartbroken you would be. For people to do stuff like that showed you we live in a hellish world already. The biggest challenge is identifying those other fetuses, he said. The state shut down Cantrell in April after finding 21 improperly stored bodies. 21 bodies. On Thursday, cremated remains of nearly 300 people seized in April from Cantrell were taken to a suburban Detroit funeral home in preparation for a proper burial. So not only did they find 10 fetuses, then they found 21 improperly stored bodies just chilling in the damn garage. You feel me? And then on top of that, over 300 cremated people, just ashes just there. They had to go take it to somewhere else, and hopefully they would dispose of it and just won't throw it out the damn window some damn where. Who knows what they would do. Now, Michigan Licensing and Regulatory Affairs said the remains found at the Perry Funeral Home were turned over to state investigators, who immediately declared the funeral home closed and its license suspended. They should have never had no damn license to begin with. They'll not even be able to open up a damn lemonade stand or a taco stand. Inspectors for the state of Michigan's Corporation Securities and Commercial Licensing Bureau said in a statement that they found heinous conditions and negligent conduct, including numerous failures to certify death certificates and obtain proper permits for burial. So these people were just doing any damn thing. So why was they able to stay in business so long? But I guarantee you, this was in probably most likely the minority side of the city. It wasn't over the side where these people got money, because it's just strange, because they're not going to play with those people. They'll play with the people who can't properly, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying that everybody cannot afford to bury it, but you have some people that can't afford to bury somebody, so they have to pay installments. Some funeral homes do it, where they let you pay a little bit at a time. Some of them don't. But at the same time, even if the funeral home, some of them still do it, they just won't go all out for them, because they look at it like, you know, we saw the person dead, but that's not our relative. That's not our loved one. Some of them will still go ahead and bury it. But just to leave the bodies there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be for real. Like, you know what kind of smell that would do? You know what that would do to your damn nose hair? It'll burn them up. Also, we are following the paper trail, Craig said. Just like I said, you got to follow that paper trail, Craig said, about Perry Funeral Home. There are some deep concerns about record keeping. You got to be careful with that record keeping and shit too also, because they can alter that. And I bet you they charge these people, I'm just saying, they charge these people most likely for taking care of their loved ones, whether it was cremation, burial, or whatnot, only to find all these bodies. And all in all, between the two of these funeral homes, that's like close to 700-800 that we know already. That's just so many damn people, man. It's sad. Now, Craig said the investigation into Perry Funeral Home began after a man who sued the business over its handling of remains of infants and fetuses saw coverage of the discoveries at the Cantrell Funeral Home and told his attorney to contact police. And none of this wouldn't have got brought out in the public if it wasn't for this person right here. And that's why I say it's a good thing that he did say something about it, because what if that was you in there? What if that was just some of your loved ones? And just even if it wasn't, just to do a human being like that, it's just savage. You feel me? It's like ruthless. That lawsuit filed in July alleges that Perry Funeral Home stored the remains of stillborn in live birth babies in the Wayne State University School of Mortuary Science, marked for up to 3 years without trying to notify parents, some of whom wanted to donate the bodies for medical research. It also alleges the funeral home may have been fraudulent, billed Medicaid as well as the Detroit Medical Center for burials it never performed. So they was getting paid off of these burials, but wasn't nobody going out, cutting no grass, digging no plot, buying no casket or nothing. So if they did that, they all should go to jail, whoever was working this, because I'm guaranteed you somebody knew. Even if you was just in there sweeping out the damn trash and stuff, taking out the trash, being a janitor, you knew damn well, but no hearse leaving that, the same hearse that been sitting right there ain't moved in days. You feel me? I mean, I got spider webs on it. So how the hell are they going back and forth? Because people die every day, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Cameron said, people get shot every day, B. So people die every day. But at the same time, ain't no hearse moving. Ain't nobody going out there digging no damn grave. Ain't nobody finding a burial plot or nothing. So that let you know it's been a whole fraud going on. And thank you for sending me this story, even though I was trying to wait till a lot more come out. It will be more coming out. But at the same time, they need to arrest these people, man, because that's just fraud to the highest level, if you ask me. And it's very sad, because I mean, I know we all gotta die, but damn, you know, what if that was what if that was us? You know, what if our family members, you know, they're gonna grieve just like we have loved ones that we constantly grieve over, and that just to add more hurt to what you already going through. Let me know what you all think about this video. And these people need to be ashamed of themselves and severely punished, because if they have fraudulently billed Medicaid as well as the Detroit Medical Center for burials that never perform, somebody should be going to prison very damn soon. And also, if you ever hear about this guy, Mr. Cantrell, open up a rotisserie chickens, those are not chickens. Those are fetuses and live births. So don't ever go to one of his chicken spots. That would be under investigation also. I don't know what the hell Mr. Cantrell was thinking, or Mr. Perry. I mean, damn, how crazy can a person get? It goes to show you, it's sad. You got to damn near hold these people's hand from the moment you take your loved ones to these funeral homes or whatnot, however they get there, until the moment they get into the ground. Then you got to stand there and make sure that nobody come back and dig the damn body up and take the damn casket. And you come back the next day, your loved one just laid out on the ground. What kind of shit is that? I mean, it's just too much going on. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share this video with people who you know to underhand you, undermine you, and cheat you at the same time. That's just a whole lot of mess goes on here on this planet we call Earth. It's just so much craziness, is it? Y'all stay blessed. I'm out.